It's tournament time, baby.
So out here at Persimmon Ridge, first hole off the top of the cliff, downhill. I'm going prototype DD3. I did not throw it low enough. I threw it too high, so it stalls out, falls essentially backwards. I'm safe though. I don't really have a putt at birdie. Just pitch up for the easy par, moving on to hole 2. This is just supposed to be a stock shot, stock hyzer shot out wide. However, I do not commit, and I bury it straight into this clump of trees. Not happy about that. My only option is to pitch out, throw up, lay up, and get my bogey for hole 2. This is supposed to be just another stock hyzer shot out left. However, again, do not commit to the shot. Bury it up in the trees. Thankfully, we're not in California, or else that'd be out of bounds. So now I'm in scramble mode. I'm kind of freaked out to start off. I'm not really thinking. Backhand turnover was probably the option. However, I forced the forehand and just throw it straight out of bounds. I'm trying to focus on my breathing here and trying to calm down. This is my approach shot now. I chose my Orion. I tried to get there. I was a little too far. I was worried about a lot, actually. But ended up being about 60 short, threw my A2 up there, tapped in for a double bogey. On to hole 4 now. I'm just trying to punch this out as far as I can. OB is left, so I'm just trying to go as far right as possible. I'm trying to get off of the bogey train at this point. Pretty happy with that. I'm in no man's land out here to the right. I'd say about 350 feet to the pin, and I choose to go big bomb hyzer out wide over the top of everything. It's pretty dangerous, but I'm pretty confident in this shot. Look over to the card, and I am just outside circle 1 with a putt. So this is the putt that I'm looking at from a knee, about 45 feet. Low ceiling. I'm trying to avoid this branch at all costs, so I'm doing a little nose up spin putt here. But I still hit the branch. I felt like that would have drawn metal for sure, but we'll never know. On to hole 5. I'm officially off the bogey train. I'm using my 750 A2. It's pretty overstable approach disc. I'm just trying to punch this gap flat and have the disc work to the right. Gets a nice skip up to the pin. I'm about 15 feet away. Still going through the motions. These putts, believe it or not, are a mind game for me. I've missed a lot of these in the past. So I've done a lot of practice. Just go through the motions, really follow through. And finally snagging the first birdie of the round. On to this alternate pin position. It's hole 5A. It's just a stock hyzer. This is my birdie putt. I'm about 45 feet away. Top right sticks in. This is where I start feeling pretty good. I'm making up some strokes, focusing on the breathing. On to hole 6, just a stock hyzer. I think we had a left to right, maybe even a headwind on this. I'm using my prototype DD3. Hanging it out right, and it buries into the ground about 30 feet. I'm just inside circle 1. There's no real danger on this putt. I don't even think the wind was really an issue. Just a clear open shot for birdie. Didn't commit to the putt, left my hand a little low. Chains out to the right. On to hole 7, I'm using my Orion on this. I'm just trying to punch the gap flat. Not really playing for the birdie. I do, however, whiff my shots, and I'm definitely not playing for the birdie. Hits the tree, goes low. Ended up going up and down to save par. On hole 8, the 1,000-foot hole. Prototype DD3 again. OB is right, so I'm really trying to play it safe. I played it a little too safe. It leaks out to the left, and I'm just inside of the woods. From the woods, I throw a roller that goes back into the woods, and then I have a 300-foot approach shot that I threw patent pending, and I end up to here, circle's edge on an elevated basket for birdie. I'm really trying to capitalize on this, focusing up, going through the rhythm. Into the basket for the birdie. From the next hole, we go on to hole 9. This is another birdie putt. I'm feeling good. I'm about, again, at that 15, 17 foot putting range. Capitalized on that. You know, if I got this Mako 3 in my hand, I'm going to be hitting the gap. And that's what I did. Punched it through the gap all the way up into about 20 feet. The basket is sitting up on this mound, so it makes it a little bit sketchy. Dead center, though, on the pole. I'm feeling comfortable with the putter now. This is a huge par 5. I'm just trying to bomb it out there. I'm trying to go right to open up an easier backhand approach shot, but didn't commit. We had a sneaky tailwind, so it hyzers out. I've got this very low ceiling gap that I'm punching with a forehand. Prototype DD3. Hit the gap clean. I get all the distance that I need. I've got this for the approach for birdie.
What? Oh.
Dude, all right. I thought I glitched through the tree.
Yeah.
I was like, what kind of simulation thing? I didn't know there's two right there.
So this tree that it's right behind me, there's a little baby tree right behind it, so there's a crack, and that's what my disc ended up going through. Looked like I glitched through, but doesn't matter. I snagged the birdie anyways. Next hole up, prototype DD3 again. This disc was feeling great for the forehand, so punching this middle gap, barely missing the tree, still getting tons of distance, except I ended up working right, and now I've got this tree in my face. The ground looks nice, but it's not. It's actually like all water. You can't really tell. The player before me just slipped when he threw his shot. I wanted to go backhand NV turnover, but I ended up settling with the standstill A2. I had to trust it way out left and then having it work back to the right. Skipping up for another 15-footer. Again, really trying to go through the motions, follow through. Too many times in the past I've tried to rush these and ended up missing them, which kills all types of momentum. Next hole, forehand with the Halo Destroyer this time. I'm really trying to flex this over, miss that huge tree in the middle, and then having it skip flare up to another 12-footer. On to hole 14, I'm now switching up. I'm going with my 750 FX2. Forehand, I left it a little too high. I didn't like it out of the hand. I was just hoping it'd sit. There's some death on the right, but I managed to stay up. We had a pretty stiff headwind from this putt. I'm about 30 feet away. It's up on the mound. If you miss it, you're going to roll really far away. And I decided to lay up. Even though the putter was hot, I was still stressing about my previous bogeys and double bogeys, so I just wanted to get away with that clean. On to hole 15, downhill. I want to throw this as low as I can. There's OB left.
Yep.
I don't know.
It's going to be good.
Yeah, that's great. Climb the hill a little bit.
What?
Yeah, I missed everything about
I threw mine too low.
my angle.
You were.
I didn't end up liking the shot out of my hand. I felt like I missed my line, but thankfully it worked out. I've got a 350-foot approach with the Draco. This hill is right in my face, so I'm throwing a blind shot. It ended up being about 35 feet short again. I've got a death putt with OB long.
This hole stresses me out.
Ended up laying that putt up as well for the par, moving on to hole 16. I felt a little bitty headwind on this. I was going to go Mako 3 down the gap. I beefed up and went MD4. It did not go how I planned. I thought that was definitely the safe shot. Hung it out wide. Did not come back in bounds. I had about a 200-foot approach shot that I still left short. This is my bogey putt that's about 20 feet away. Hit it on the pole. Moving on to hole 17. This is now my birdie putt. I'm no longer laying it up. Death putt, elevated basket. Off the band, sticks. Thankfully did not roll away. On to the demon of a hole, hole 18. Halo Destroyer, trying to get as far up there as I can, but did not commit to the shot once again. Definitely didn't like it out of the hand. Cannot go across, so I'm laying up with the A2. Just a nice hyzer. Get me facing the basket. 250 feet crossing onto the island. A2 again. And what was that? Not gonna lie, it is pretty rough watching that again. I'm trying to focus up. I'm trying to think. There's a lot going on in my mind right now.
I got it.
I'm trying to play it cool, focusing on the breathing.
Come on, Nate.
I no longer have a forehand disc that I feel comfortable throwing across, so I know I want to go backhand. I'm just trying to think, should I go more stable or should I go with my beat-in envy? I end up settling with the beat-in envy, just trying to get it across, go through the motions. I do not want to throw OB again, so I'm trying to stay cool, calm, collected, focus on the shot, breathing, and I make it across. Still not happy about it. I want this as close as I possibly can, but at least I'm safe. Not happy about messing up that first approach. So here's my putt. It's about 20 feet. I've got a tailwind, staring at a drop off behind it. OB lurking, staring back at me. Fortunate enough not to roll away. Tapping in my triple bogey to end the round. Not the best way to end the round. Ending a hole with a triple bogey is never fun, but that was just mental. I knew 18 was hard. I made it a lot harder than what it should have been. I can fix that. I think what screwed me over was laying up that putt on 14, I believe. I feel like that kind of killed the momentum and taking a bogey later on. I'm 1 down, tied for 4th place. I'm 5 off the lead. I can focus on the mental, throw clean shots. My putter's feeling great. Just staying in bounds and committing to the shots. That's all I have to worry about. Lead card, let's play. So my battery's pretty low. I'm picking and choosing what holes I do for the final round. This is hole 2. This is my birdie putt. I'm staring straight up at the sky. I told myself no more laying up. I need to get these birdies. I need to commit to everything. Felt great out of my hands, just hit the top of the cage. Thankfully it stayed up there. Moving on to the next hole, I do not want to make the same mistake again. I'm telling myself to commit, and I'm happy about it. I just wanted to get past that tree. That was a good mental win for me. Not a good spot, though. Right next to this little creek, I have a terrible footing. It's very slippery. I'm going Orion again. I'm trying to go right of that Christmas tree. Shank my shot. Ended up going left of the Christmas tree, but still inbounds. But I have no look at the basket, so I do the best pitch up I can, which puts me here at about 40 feet. I'm just outside circle 2. The sound of commitment off the band. On to hole 4, bombing it out. Same game plan as round 1. Do not go left. Keep it right the entire way. Again, out here in no man's land. Strong right to left wind. I'm even farther back than what I was in the first round. Trusting it out, bombing it over the trees the entire way. Looking to see what the card mates say, and they say that I am in the same exact spot as round 1. And what do you know? Your boy hits the same branch, and we move on. So this is hole 17 now. I did not have the battery life to record the rest of the round. At this point in the round, I am 5 strokes off the lead, tied for 2nd place, and 4th place is pretty far behind us. So I'm just battling for solo 2nd. Hole 17, I know I need to put this close, put the pressure on the person that I am tied with. I go 750 FX2 again. Hanging it out pretty far right. And it was a great shot. I have about 15 feet left for the birdie. Still a death putt, still nervy. Just if you miss this, it's going to roll down the hill, but I put it on the pole. And so does Michael Williamson. So still tied for 2nd place going into hole 18. I want my revenge. I'm trying to bomb this as far as I can up there in order to at least have the option to go across for the birdie if need be. I went a little too stable. It hyzers out, puts me right on the hillside, pretty much getting rid of the opportunity to go across for it. So I lay up with the A2. Michael Williamson's pretty far ahead of me, so he has the option to go for it. He ends up missing the island on his shot and then missing his approach as well. So I now have a nice cushion. I'm feeling pretty okay. I'm still nervous, but just sticking with the backhand this time. I definitely did not want to do the A2 again. Going the beat-in envy. Didn't like it out of the hand. Fortunately, it began hyzering at the end. It puts me right underneath that tree. Laying up, taking the easy bogey, locking in second place. And congratulations to Abe, locking in first place for the dub at 7 under for the tournament.
What a tournament.
Yeah.